show you the settings I have. No, and I would have I will be playing it in 4K, but you can see here I turned down the scaling down to 0.95. HDR on, VSync on, graphics. I do have pretty much everything on. Again, this is 95 right there. Did turn these two off. Usually you have this turned off anyway. But this one was causing issues with the frame per seconds when it comes to cutscenes and conversations. It would take the regular gameplay average of 65 down to like average 45, as low as 19. So yeah, that's not good. So we're gonna just leave that off. Everything else all the way up. Alright, so let's get into this.
Hydroponics reports.
So I'm pretty sure you can't see the FPS right now. Let me see.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Oh. Alright, so what I gotta do is go to
Colonial Affairs,
console
please advise
command.
Director Tan of your status.
Right.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commentary.
Now I think right now.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Yep, there we go. I do have to change the NVIDIA version to bottom left.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Alright, so right now we're in 60, 63, 64. So
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Correct? Pathfinder. Wow. I'm Davis Carr, Helios News Service. Maybe you've heard my voice over the vids. I'm trying to file a story right now, but hey.
HNS, huh? Where are the rest of you?
I had an editor, but it's crazy out here. Now, beyond a freelancer or two, I'm it. All that stands between freedom and tyranny, or something. I haven't had much sleep.
pays for you to do this?
Technically, HNS is an arm of the initiative, but we serve the public, not them. Sometimes the higher-ups try and tell us what to broadcast, Tan especially, but we decide what to run and how to run it. It causes friction, but at least I can live with myself.
It must be difficult to set up a broadcast from scratch.
Okay, there's a...
No, it's easy. Beyond the lack of staff, resistant authorities, and constant technical glitches. Still, I'm getting there. May have an honest-to-goodness source in Nexus Security, if she ever calls me back.
Who's your source?
No journalist worth their salt will ever give that up.
I don't know what happened there.
Were you a journalist back in the Milky Way?
I was. Sort of. Only had a couple internships under my belt. Good places, though. The New Star Chronicle even sent me to Mars for a week. The plan was just to work as a reporter out here. Then the uprising happened. We got a little too close. My editor was killed. Tan blamed our broadcasts for stirring unrest. It was bullshit. Now all I want to do is keep going.
I met another journalist, Carrie Tavessa.
Yeah, we're running Carrie's series, Path of a Hero. Good stuff. I'm mostly on my own, so pretty much anyone who brings me news is welcome. Content is king, and her content is really touching a nerve.
Talk to you later, Davis.
Hey, Ryder, before you go, I hate to ask, but it seems like your job takes you all over, the places we can't broadcast yet. If I send receivers to your ship, would you mind placing them on some planets? It'll help get news out to even the most far-flung colonists.
What do you need from me exactly?
I'm digging up good stories here, but not a lot of people beyond the Nexus can hear them. Our long-distance transmitter sends package data between ships, and even planet-side, provided there's a receiver on the other end. I need someone to place receivers and boost our signal. We only have a few, so they need to go on planets with people.
Okay, Davis. I'll help you get set up.
Great. Just place a receiver near an outpost, and they'll get our reports.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
It's you! You're the human Pathfinder. I'm Sid, Vetra's sister. Vetra's told me all about you. Well, not all about you, but the important bits. I should probably get back to work. It was real nice meeting you, though.
What work do you do here?
Oh, I just monitor comms from colonists. Progress updates, hazards encountered. Note it down, pass on a report to Sean at the end of the day.
Important job.
I know. It's nice to hand in a report and have someone say I helped.
I'll let you get back to work.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
A correction? Is it a factual error? No? Then tell him to shove it up his ass.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
Pathfinder, maybe you can clear this up.
How can I help?
My friend Jory was on Eos the first go-round, barely survived. Now they want him to go back.
They're saying the conditions are improved, that it's safe now, is it?
You can believe the reports. Eos is becoming a livable and sustainable space. Going back to reclaim it will help heal your scars.
See, Jory? It's going to be okay.
Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll do that.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Help you?
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilk and Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilkan, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
A Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
Your wife's all broken up over this. She says you didn't do it, and that she loves you.
She's a wonderful person. At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds,
Oh,
my
look, he's on
friend,
the wed.
he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
I'm so sorry. That's awful.
We were close. He was a stubborn son of a... I admired that about him. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Doesn't seem right to put all that on him.
Of course it isn't, but that's the perception. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
That is the difference between murder and accidental death.
In this case, motive plus opportunity plus eyewitness account equals murder. Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Secure message from intelligence. Requesting armor cam footage.
Where?
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Oh, it was the other one. God damn it. Yeah, I just talked to him.
What's up?
Talk to...
I just talked to him.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not
giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back. No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to... No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
MREs coming your way.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal. Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
Secure message from intelligence. Requesting armor cam footage.
Ryder, you're off to a promising start. I meant what I said. You are a symbol now. But until we find the other arcs, a cloud hangs over the initiative. Did you have some other business? Should you find any clues, please investigate. Managing all of their even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. We had no exiles, we called them. Misguided sympathy for... Good for fighting and lifting heavy up. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We are the bravest souls each species. But she persevered. And while we cannot promise they will find it, we can't. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip. I'm just gonna go straight into why I had that the depth of view turned off. Since I still got a few more conversation left. So if you try to max it out like right here, and then say yes. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything right now, but then go this guy.
Something I can help you with?
As director of the initiative,
46.
are you in charge around here, or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor. In practice, we argue. She and her inner circle. I was deputy assistant for revenue management, then all 7.
So...
Don't let... Life had its...
Right. Sorry.
Assuming whether that's... Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. Out. A forward station allows mining...
Guess this is your place now. Everything we achieve will be seen here.
Really?
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates. As sleepers wake
Choose one. Look, I should just. No, that's not.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates. Fallout from the recent uprising. Director Dan Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote,
And no,
for
it's
your
not
safety.
400
This
frames.
is HNS.
Oh my god, dude. I just got like a big hit right there.
Filed a complaint with Tan. That'll show up.
I can't believe you said that.
I was just being honest.
Court is looking for you.
Yeah, this is the biggest one right here so far. 38.
Pathfinder.
32.
When did you start believing in a god? My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God. But your work as a scientist convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist, an inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth. I take it you work closely with the Nexus science team? I try to keep in contact with them. We discuss anything and everything we discover out here. After all, many brains are better than one, and Dr. Aridana is worth 2 or 3 at least. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of. I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda all the way from home. It confused me too. I mean, the light lag would have made any data 2 million years out of date. So I asked Dr. Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't her tech that did it. It was the Geths. You're kidding. Those killer robots we had in the Milky Way? Those exact ones. The Initiative obtained data from an array in deep space, a Geth construct. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an FTL sensor. FTL sensor. So a faster-than-light telescope? They could survey Andromeda as it was? Not exactly, but it cut down the lag by enough. We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know. Did my dad know about this? Why didn't he tell me? It's possible he didn't know. The Geth are isolationist and hostile. Using the info, even obtaining it in the first place, probably crossed a lot of boundaries. What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network? From what I can tell, the Vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life. If we can figure out how to control the Vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats. What do you know about the Scourge? We established that it's artificial. Someone put it there. Or they did something that caused its creation. We don't know why. That's still a mystery. I should get back to things. Sounds good?
Yeah, I'm putting that back off again. Actually, you know what I could do? I don't have to have it all the way off. Let's try medium. Yeah. Nope. Oh. I lost it. Huh. Oh, I wasn't. It's off. Yeah, I'm getting 46. 42. That's amazing.
Just how long were you on Eon's track?
Long enough to get...
Yes?
Nope. Yeah, never mind.
I'll be here if you need me.
Did I just hit 38? Alright. What the fuck? Oh my god, wait. I'm confused now. That glitched out. Huh. Can't see it, but on the bottom left it says 35, and bottom right, and top right it says 36. It's off by 1. Why that close?
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong, especially somewhere like the Initiative? So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted, my rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
I get that. We've all had a lot of disappointments lately.
You're doing well. For having no training, being your second isn't so bad. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in Assistant Director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Got any story?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt? Well, common cat are pretty straightforward. Just break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick. Damn proud of her, too. She had to take after me in some ways, I guess. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah, my peacekeeping career went up in smoke when news of what my...
No shit. Ruined the...
Almost.
Just make sure it can't fire away. It ain't... And a really hard head.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out. You make do with what she swipes. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, she sure does. They're both still laughing at me. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while. Cash is alone on that station now. Way I see it... Yeah?
Is everyone a kid to you?
Ha, when you get to be my age, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it. Alright, see you guys.